real.
Thank you, DJ. Hello, everyone. Welcome back to another evening of D&D. We are NotGreatRPG, and we are here once again for the City of Oshuamp, which, oddly enough, does have elevators. We've encountered maybe the only one, but there was one.
Yeah.
When we were rescuing our good friend Thariel.
Oh, yeah.
What music was playing?
There was also one in
Was there music playing?
Felfarthen.
I don't know.
Just screaming. Oh, wow.
How was it?
Yeah,
Had
the,
its ups and downs.
Yeah.
Shut up! Get out.
Where
You're
the
done.
the transport log was.
I don't remember. It happened.
I'll believe.
For
Anyway.
the elevator? Yeah, it was in the necropolis. It was when Kane saw us, we were going back up.
No, in
it's at
Felfarthen.
There's like
Oh.
the transport log.
Oh, yeah,
It
yeah.
had stuff going up and stuff going down.
That might have been like a minecart, though, too.
Yeah, but that's an elevator. It's just a smaller one, right? Or a bigger one.
True.
Organic.
It's a
This is all meant because
Dumbware.
elevators aren't real, right?
Yes.
Yeah. Anyway, we will go around the table real quick, introduce ourselves, and then have a brief recap and pick up where we left off last week. As always, I am Don, and I will be playing Ether Revia, the Grave Domain Cleric with metal legs.
I'm Zonky Kong, and tonight Felix and I are going to auction off Nesgrim as I play Yalumla.
Thank you, Mike.
Damn it.
Every time. Did you miss it?
I'm Paul. I play Felix Gray. I probably already said the Ceaseless, but tonight, Auctioneer.
What's your best auctioneer voice? Go for it.
What do you mean? I don't know if this is close or not. You tell me. Is that 150? 150 for the paladin.
not fast.
200.
I can't go that fast.
So you turned into a 1920s like
Yeah, what do you mean?
Yeah, see?
You think this business is legitimate, son? What do you got in your mind? I got kids to feed.
I'm usually Glenn. I'm also tonight Glenn, and I'm playing Forrest.
I'm Thariel. I will be opening my own jewelry shop in the same complex as said auctioneering household, so.
I'm Sarah. I play Ritora. I have nothing to do with this auction.
I don't know if I've done this one yet, but I'm Grim and I play Nezdar.
Yeah.
You did.
Oh shit! All right.
Let's go again, quick.
I am
I thought you were
Brad
just
Grim,
gonna
and I
be-
play Nezin.
I thought you were going to be Grim and you were going to play Nez.
The old Nez.
Give me open this.
Oh boy.
Who are you? Yeah, I am John. I am the dungeon master for the City of Oshuamp. Last week, we explored some more shit. We reconvened. Felix found a fucking ziggurat and explored the ziggurat from the exterior. Saw some stuff. Saw a mosaic. We reconvened with the guild. Brought the guild back to the fountain. Found Felix flying back towards the fountain as his light from the drift globe died. We made some more decisions about fucking around with blood experiments at the fountain because it was still bleeding. A bunch of people touched it. We made some, bloody frost diamonds with Thariel's blood, as it definitely has a different magical property and principle that interact with the blood in the fountain. And we were like, all right, well, now we have a shitload of money, so let's continue exploring. Everybody got a big spherical, as frozen by Thariel's hands, frost diamond. We continued on to Yonder Plaza and Ziggurat, a mile or so ahead into the distance. Felix instructed us to be very careful in the area. We looked at the sundered suits of armor from what seems like a civil war or an uprising or a revolution of some kind in the plaza around the Ziggurat, and on the steps of the Ziggurat itself. We got to the Ziggurat, debated on whether or not we wanted to explore the entire massive structure from the bottom up. After a democratic vote, we chose to ascend the central stairs to the top, explore the shrine, found the mosaic once again, went inside the shrine, saw that there were 9 damaged mosaics, there were 9 titles, there were 3 stone thrones, and there was an oval-shaped basin in the stone floor. Nesgrim walked around and read the 9 titles, and then saw that there were 3 additional titles on the back of the stone chairs. Read the stone titles on the chairs, and read the etched message in the ground that seems as though it was differently hastily carved and not artisanal quality. So we'll be picking back up with Nesgrim having just read the backs of the 3 chairs aloud: the High Seraph, the Holy Templar, and the Exalted Magus. Y'all are standing here in this shrine on the top of a ziggurat.
Are the chairs equivalent in size to one another, or do they change in size?
Same size.
Cool.
Equal rulership.
Okay.
Huh?
Equal rulership. My council.
You said the Exalted Magus?
Yeah.
I suppose it is likely, perhaps, that the Exalted has a second title after Exalted Magus.
Do we think this is the same person?
It can't be.
These are ancient ruins.
It could just be a position held by a person.
Like a title given to the
Yeah.
person.
Possibly. It could be power passed down, but it also could be... There are limitations to how long a person lives, but I am not sure if there are limitations to how long a soul lives. Whatever is currently possessing Arthur's body, having taken over control from him, the body that he possessed anyway, perhaps the Exalted Magus is not a title, but a soul that swaps between hosts in seeking immortality. We know in Felfarthen they were searching for how to use soul stones and how to use immortality. Perhaps it is the same person wearing a different skin.
Skin stepping.
Yes.
I thought that was a bad joke.
No. It
Oh,
is
God.
very real.
Oh, God.
You do know better than to joke with me. All things are real here.
I love it.
I know.
So is it something like, if a soul is continued living on, is it similar to like a bastard decorum?
It could be.
A bit more invasive.
Yes. The wizard that you turned into dust, he did seem to imply that he would be back, that it did not matter if we killed him.
You're sure he wasn't just trying to scare us?
Possibly, but that would be quite the bluff.
We haven't seen him yet.
Not the wizard when we saved Sabrina, correct?
Yes.
No, the
That
one when we saved... Yes, when we rescued Sabrina. Yes, when we
Right,
were
Dora was also saved.
Yes.
But
You have done things where you anchor yourself in a space and return there. We know that this wizard has used time magic and magic to manipulate space. This 9th class that Iris spoke of. Is it possible that he somehow anchored his soul somewhere and upon his death it returns?
is that even a thing? I mean,
It is, right? That's a possibility. To anchor your soul.
I suppose theoretically it would be possible. Not sure how you would do it though.
What would you anchor it to?
Well, lake.
Yes.
A bag?
A bag. Some sort of trinket that holds... We know that they were experimenting with gems holding souls. Yalamlo, you yourself were found with a gem upon being brought back to life.
Yes.
These... If you are able to capture the soul on its way back to this lake where we saw threads being pulled from to be given to other people, if you could interrupt that process, perhaps it could be stored somewhere.
Like a soul net.
Yes. So the Exalted Magus may be a title, or it is the same person, and they have just jumped. Bodies decay. Souls may not.
Have you ever heard of these other titles before?
me?
Yeah.
I don't.
Which other titles? The 3 here on the stone chairs?
Yeah.
Definitively no to the Holy Templar. I mean, the High Seraph was the title for Kabael Christok on the statue that we had at the fountain. So, yes, to at least one. But no to that third. Uh-huh.
Ooh.
Ooh, indeed.
Oh.
Holy Templar.
Go ahead.
I would like to sit in the chair.
Which chair?
The one that says the High Seraph.
Before you go sitting on it, should we check it? Make sure there's no traps or anything.
We could
on it,
detect
or-
magic on it, perhaps.
I will
Yeah.
remind you once again that we are in an area of chaotic magic. For burnout relations.
Yes.
I mean, obviously, you can still do shit. I just want to be fair and say that it's
Did anyone cast light in here?
light in here. He cast it outside on a pebble and threw it within.
Okay.
He did not have to do any burnout checks for the cantrip for light.
But there is light. There is active
There
light.
is active magical light within here, yes.
Yeah, I threw it through the doorway just in case.
Yeah, okay.
And specifically aimed to not have it land within the basin.
No.
I did do that.
Yeah, I mean, I guess you saying that I would enter the space and grab the little pebble of light, kind of walk around.
I'll cast detect magic.
Is that sufficient?
Great. Roll your burnout there.
Sure.
3 sizes
I'll just
smaller
float
that
it.
day.
Would you prefer daylight?
What is this, the Grinch?
Yes.
Float it towards you.
It is. Quite literally, the Grinch is in here.
Oh.
I have the sword.
So it starts at 12.
Yep.
So what is
Light
that?
it up.
6? No.
Down to 10.
It feels right,
Down
right?
to 8. Down to 6.
Right?
Yikes.
Mm-hmm.
Right? Do it. Yeah.
5.
Safe. Casting detect magic.
Yes.
Okay. I have to look up what school it is.
Oh.
Detect magic?
No, not
Oh.
for detect. For the
For the danger seat.
Oh, the danger seat.
Well, for the
chairs.
whole.
Or whatever else
Yeah.
she might be saying.
The danger seed.
I would
Excuse me?
imagine its location, but I will verify.
And I dropped my bark skin
Oh,
to
yeah.
cast that.
Okay. It is actually conjuration, and you detect it from around the basin. So, to describe the basin again, it is an oval egg-like shape that is in the center of the room. That is a depression, yeah, where it's got like a genuine,
Might as well see it in what it was supposed to
It's like a
be.
half pipe.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, dude. It's sick. So, because ovals have different methods for determining their shape, they have a long axis and a short axis. So from bottom of egg to tip of egg, it is 5 feet long, 3 feet wide, which is the short axis. It is 2 feet deep, and obviously has varying degrees of elevation as it forms the basin itself. Around the small edges of it, it looks to us what we would associate like with a stucco layering, where it definitely has like some kind of pasted, to ensure that like when they cut it into the stone that there's no crack around the lip of the basin itself. Around the edges of that stucco, you would see magic in the form of sigils of the School of Conjuration forming around. So like, again, if this is the, edge, the lip of the basin, it would be right around it on the flat surface
Like
of
on
the
a-
quartzite floor.
Like on a swimming pool that like.
Yes. Yes.
Coping, yeah.
Yes. Exactly like a swimming pool.
So it's like a fire pit.
Comparable to a fire pit.
I was gonna say a bathtub.
It's comparable to a bathtub. No drain though.
Ooh.
Don't need one.
There's magic on this basin here. Conjuration.
So avoid the basin.
I
What
mean,
if it conjures something good?
money. I
Pull out the
can't
diamond.
tell whether it would conjure something good or bad, but it's
Conjures.
thousands of years old, and there has there been like being underground and ruins and everything. Would there be like dust on anything?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, no. The sundered suits of armor would have had a natural collection of dust. The ziggurat itself, like as you're stepping up through the stone stairs, would have had a natural level of dust on it.
Was there any disruption to that dust?
No, man.
Okay.
We don't have any vampires with us, right?
Nope.
Cool.
Well,
Nobody. It's just us.
Okay, cool.
Everybody else in the guild was like, "Fuck that plaza. That plaza looks bad."
Seeing him fumble around with the light rock, I look at him and like, will that suffice? And he shrugs.
Yeah.
I'm gonna pull out my sunblade and I'm gonna
Yeah.
bring it fully out and light this room with daylight. And there's a mosaic of the sun outside. It's seen the light of day at one point. Might as well see the room in its full glory.
Yeah. No, you absolutely illuminate the entirety of this room. You can see everything well lit in here.
I don't know if anybody's looked inside of the basin.
No.
Does there look like there's anything in there? Whether it's like just remnants of anything?
No, it would look like there is a thin, with how long it's been, despite there being, no real change in the atmosphere, there's a pretty thick, cakey layer of dust, especially because it would have like a stucco-y texture. So like it would look, again, undisturbed for a very long time. No damage in the basin. It would look, despite there being the dust and the stucco, it would look pretty well kept. In regards to nothing has damaged this surface. It would have been well kept in the time of its operation and whatever that might have been for. But, yeah. Nothing inside of it. Maybe, a few small cracked pieces of the quartzite from the mosaics being damaged might have casually fallen in just incidentally.
Are the chairs are also undamaged?
Chairs are predominantly undamaged, except for on like the backings where the titles are not destroyed, but the titles do have like slashes through them in the same way, comparable to the mosaics.
All three?
Yes,
Okay.
comparable to the mosaics, but not to the same level of damage. But yes, all three are scratched at.
Okay.
I would like to sit in the chair that says "Hi, Sarah."
Absolutely. You take a good old meander over to the seat on the right. Sit down. Cold stone, very firm. Nothing happens.
Does it look like it fits?
I mean, it doesn't look like it's remotely sized towards any particular individual. If anything, Nesgrim would appear slightly small for it.
You said it doesn't have armrests, correct?
Correct. No armrests.
Ah,
just like a
that's
stone
rough.
square and a stone rectangle back. But yeah, he would be not like dwarfed within the size of the throne itself, but like it would look like it was for somebody of a bigger stature. Big boy. A big boy.
Were the doors leading to, like, doors on the buildings in this place, the doors
Yeah, they were like 8 to 9 feet tall.
taller?
Just want to sneak a peek and make sure the diamonds in my bag are still diamonds.
It's probably a good idea.
Oh man.
Bag. Hey, look. You see a chilly, frosty, circular sphere of still what looks to you like crystalline diamond with a pale blue hue to it.
I just want to take it out and just kind of like look at it and see if it changes. Get a little taste. See if it like changes its appearance being in this like maybe holy room.
Also the daylight.
Also the daylight.
Yeah, I mean, you would pull it out and you would have very reflective surface because it's sphere and it's crystalline. So it would reflect, especially from the direction wherever Force might be standing in the room. You would get the intense reflectory light cast by the daylight where it's like, oh my god, it's fucking bright!
Give us stigmatism. I know that now.
But yeah, like nothing strange about it. It feels very still cold to the touch because again, it is a frost diamond, but yeah, nothing weird about it.
You announced that you were detecting magic, right? Mm-hmm. Do you get anything off of the diamonds?
Diamond say anything magic-wise?
You would look at the diamond, and the diamond would also give off conjuration magic.
Bowl's conjuration.
It's the same.
Diamond's conjuration.
Make
No.
a kiss.
Just suggested it.
Just put all the blood diamonds in the bowl.
I'm
Now
just.
kiss.
Hear me out.
What could go wrong?
With the
That's why I don't want
ice frost diamonds that we had before, would they have?
The ones that you found naturally within the lake?
Yeah, I think.
No, they gave off you no magical layer to you. These ones are definitively different.
What's definitively different? I'm sorry.
Your frost diamond. She was
Okay.
asking because they've had frost diamonds before that they found naturally in the world in a lake. she was asking whether or not those ones would have given off any magic layer to them, and I said no.
They're synthetic.
So,
Yeah.
if we know
Ritor's a
that
jeweler.
Nesgrim's blood, like he comes from what we can assume is the High Seraph,
Mm-hmm.
The Exalted is actively pursuing me, and I'm not exactly sure why, but combination of my blood, Nesgrim's blood, and whatever was in that statue created a blood diamond, or frost diamond, or whatever this is.
Are you suggesting that you want to sit in the exalted seat?
I don't want to sit anywhere. I'm fine standing.
Nice.
I'll gesture to one of the seats.
There's plenty of people here.
What is
I
a
mean-
Templar, after all? What is that?
Man that builds temples.
That's what it sounds like.
Like a holy warrior, I believe. Not dissimilar to a paladin.
Or
A cleric.
Well,
Why are you looking at me like that?
Also a cleric.
traditionally heavier armor than light metals, I think.
I would say that either probably wouldn't know that to
Okay,
that degree,
sure.
genuinely.
Sure.
You would just assume, as was indicated, except instead of building a temple, a defender of a temple.
Sure.
A Templar.
What did he
Sure.
say?
He said typically in like heavier armors and things like that.
Typically in heavy armors.
Yeah, you I think would have genuine cause for that, particularly because of like, oh,
I know this one.
I just shake my mithril chainmail.
I mean, I don't
Rubbing it in.
know if this is a combination that we might need to sit in the chairs, but I'm not sure if maybe putting the diamond in the bowl would.
I don't think we should be putting anything
No,
Just do
anywhere.
a bowling
We're
gesture.
not trying to summon
Are we
anything.
certain it's not good?
What if it's great?
Do you feel the air in here? It's so heavy.
But
diamonds.
that's the whole atmosphere. It's not necessarily related to this bowl in
I-
particular.
I do not think we should be summoning anything in this strange temple that we found underground the cursed city.
Yes, the magic here feels heavier.
Is it cursed? I think it's just dead.
Heavy and chaotic don't necessarily mean bad either. Like
It-
chaotic just means unstable, but
It feels like it did in Felfarthen. And a lot of people died in Felfarthen. A lot of people died here.
Probably.
So a place of great death, you would
They
say.
may have laid down their armor and left.
What's
There's
a
a lot
lot?
Remnants of
1,000 a lot? Is
yes.
5,000 a lot?
Also a lot, yes.
10,000.
Increasing
20,
the
like,
number
20,000,
doesn't make it less of a
30,000.
lot.
I'm also a little worried that there's no bodies left.
well, it's been thousands of years.
Yes.
Yeah, but don't they stick around for like a little bit?
Decay happens
the ground.
quicker than that, I believe.
Any concept of how long it takes bones to go away?
Could you?
to go.
Bye-bye.
Go away.
Get out of here! Get out of here!
I think,
Sprout legs and walk off.
I think outside of specific conditions, they don't last.
Nesgrim's got to
long.
use his special eyes, everyone.
I mean, I would say that, like, especially here in the tundra, you would know that they should last, seemingly, almost as Ritor has indicated, pseudo-permanently.
Sure. I just mean
This
for-
obviously isn't a tundra
Right,
right now for
we're-
where we
yeah.
are underground, but, like,
Yeah.
you didn't do it in Helltown, so you don't know, like, the coastal atmosphere.
No, I mean, we still used, like, animal bones and other things
Sure.
for things.
And again, same thing, where you would have the assumption of, like, based upon tradition, if things are well kept and not disturbed and not damaged, genuinely, very fucking long.
Sure.
Longer than longer than Helltown has existed.
Sure.
Like, Helltown's not 10 million years old.
Yeah, sure.
It's like,
Only 8 million.
no, I think genuinely it's only like 2,000 years old.
Sure.
Like,
Sure.
so
Okay,
for
yeah,
you,
no,
it's
that's
like
totally fair.
long as fuck, and
Yeah.
still weird that the bones are gone.
Sure. At least where I am from, we used bones for certain things, as I do, and they did not vanish. They did not break down and degrade. Even with the thousands of years that have passed here it would be surprising that they are all gone. There are no remnants of any bones.
Could they have been interred somewhere?
Possibly. There is also no clothing, just the armor. That obviously would break down, but there are not fibers or anything. There is nothing other than blood.
How you doing?
Is there like dust all over the floor outside?
Yeah.
Maybe like thick ash.
I mean, it wouldn't necessarily to you read like ash. Again, it's been thousands of years, so like there would definitely be different colorations to the dust that would be around, to where there would be gray, but there's also grayish white stone.
Would there have been any sort of singe marks on things, like the cavern walls or the ziggurat's exterior?
No.
Okay, good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
This is Chell asking, and not
Yeah.
Thariel.
Mm-hmm.
Do I know of a way to detect if there's a curse on something? Is detect curse a thing?
I mean,
Detect magic.
like typically
Covers
detect
that.
magic would reveal whether an item or an object does have magical properties to it.
Remove curse is a spell.
Remove curse
that's why
would be,
I asked.
yes, to like, oh, I'm then going to, yeah, I know you have the spell, so then it would be specifically, now that I know it has a curse to it, now I would want to remove
Yeah,
curse.
you would need to know what the curse is and the components, I would assume.
Yeah, and like for cursed objects and items especially, typically many of them, to be direct, some of them can hide the fact that they're cursed until you attune to them.
Okay.
What?
Yeah.
That's a thing.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Breaks the attunement.
How long have I been
Dirty.
sitting in this chair?
Probably like 4 minutes.
It's attuned, not ass tuned.
Yeah, you're getting there. Not quite attuned to the chair.
Your ass is cursed. His ass is cursed.
So, yes, she would.
Uh-oh.
Yeah.
I mean...
This is absolutely a stretch, and if you won't allow it, that's fine. Do I feel a certain, like, intuition kind of feeling about either of the two chairs? Like, this gives me vibes.
Like, are you drawn to either of them, that kind of thing?
Yeah. Like, if you want to make, like, a check for it, I'm fine with that, too.
I think you're a very insightful person. I would say, genuinely, no.
Okay.
I would say that after having spent some time within the plaza, some time within Imperia now, like genuinely a few hours, that both you and Nesgrim, in the same way in which we have described in this location the chaotic magic, you would feel that there is something strange in context for the presence. So like, as both insightful people to a degree, I think, you know, Thariel as the wisdom character, being a higher wisdom score would give yield more of an insightful air to her. But in the same way, for like genuinely, when you walk into a place and it feels spooky and you get that like chill and the hairs on your neck stand up, there would be that ephemeral sensation, almost like you don't belong here. So when you're saying, like, is there something that I could intuit, it's not about the chair. It's about this whole place.
We're
You
talking the
feel-
ziggurat, or just...
It's growing on you now that, like, I feel like I don't belong here. Nesgrim, for you, it would be slight. You're sitting here in this chair kind of, you know, waiting for something to happen. This has been an area, obviously, that has direct correlation and connection to the Kristoff bloodline. There is still some sinking feeling within you of like, I don't feel right while I'm in here still. Those would be the things you could intuit. You're good.
After sitting in the chair for some time,
Yeah, several moments.
I'll stand up.
Yep.
The chair is kind of hard.
That makes sense. It is rock.
Looked like it might be.
No. What do you think would happen if I cast light on it?
I would
Be
not advise
eliminated. Most
You-
likely.
Why are you poking everything in this room and trying to get it to kill you?
I don't want it to kill me.
I fling the pebble that has light on it at your head.
I have a 0 dexterity score. Don't do that.
Yeah, it's boom.
Do you think I should?
Oh.
Okay.
The last time you cast light in an unfamiliar space, we were teleported to a horrible brimstone-smelling place that the spirit, perhaps, of your mother had to rescue us from.
Also, sorry to interrupt
That-
you.
that
You
wasn't
did
the
throw
last time.
stone at his head, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, absolutely. I do need you to make a dex save.
Oh, 18.
Cool. Yeah, I'll say
Lives
that,
to see
like,
another day.
you yeet the pebble at his head and you just, like, oh, instinctively kind of
Yeah.
let the pebble
As
go
he
whizzing by
dodges,
your head.
I pull it back.
Mhm.
And much like with the forks,
Again.
I make sure to hit him.
Yeah, I would say pulling where it's from behind.
Yeah.
I would say a dex
fucking
save with
Thorin.
disadvantage.
I had already picked up 2. You gotta be joking. 10.
10? Yeah, I would say that is insufficient for a stone from behind your head to have the instinct to dodge. And it would, not painful. You're not going to take any damage. But it stings and, you have that reflexive moment where you blink and then open your eyes again. I will tell you that as you open your eyes once more and you're standing here in the room, you would see very suddenly a quick shift as your eyes readjust into focus. The same phrase carved all along the walls to you, etched in blood. Traitors who left their souls in mortal flesh. You blink and it's gone.
Hey, ow. Did anyone else see that?
See what?
You got hit in the head with a rock.
It was fucking funny.
It was a little funny.
Well, there was that, but also...
As he's speaking, I do it again.
Yep. Yeah, I, again, would say you're distracted. Disadvantage.
12.
Oh, yeah, I would say still strikes you. Once again, no damage, but again, reflexively blink, open your eyes in the stark moment of pain. And you would once again see the phrases around you. Open your eyes again. Nothing there.
There it is. Did no one see that?
What are you seeing?
What are you seeing?
Writing on the walls.
No.
What did it say?
Traitors who left their soul in mortal flesh.
Mm-hmm. So again, to paint the picture of the room, there were 9 mosaics that were defaced. You would be seeing these in the damage. So like again, when I said like before, they were struck with some blunt objects and some with slashing like axes or pole arms, something like that. As you blink, you would see these slash marks filled with leaking blood that would then form the celestial sigils for these phrases over all of them.
Yeah.
Said it's in Celestial?
Yes.
The mosaics are damaged beyond us seeing what they actually
Absolutely.
are. Is there enough of the mosaic there to attribute it to things, mosaics that we've seen in the past, in similar construction?
Like replicas?
No.
Similar
Do they look like the
constructive elements.
ones that were in the dining room that we saw
No.
before? Like not
No, they
similar
would not.
construction? Okay. Good.
They would look similar to the ones on the shrine, the one on the shrine out front.
Okay.
Traitors who...
Left their souls in mortal flesh.
In or and?
On?
In.
In him.
In.
On him?
In.
On him.
That's written in Celestial, in blood.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Nesgrim, is it written... Does it look like it was written by hand? Like, people... Or does
Probably, probably not, right? Yeah, I don't think so.
Again, it would look like it is, demonstrating Celestial as like a form of slashes. It would look like the trailing blood is what completes the letters.
It's not like someone was like finger painting.
Correct.
Okay.
No, it would look almost like the stone bled.
Oh, okay.
Good.
Great.
Another example of blood from stone.
Yeah.
Well, this room makes me uneasy.
What if that phrase, traitors who left their souls in mortal flesh, is it possible that the gods disguised themselves by taking possession of a mortal body, a mortal form.
Is that a thing that happens?
Unless they were,
Hiding, perhaps.
unless the gods were punished. They were traitors, forced to leave their souls to be in mortal flesh.
Like a flesh prison.
Like a flesh prison.
I don't like that.
Possibly the phrase left to me says that they were perhaps hiding there to avoid detection.
Unless there was some sort of ascension.
Possibly.
And they chose not to.
Yeah.
That is, yes, that makes sense. Perhaps they decided not to ascend, and therefore their souls were left in mortal flesh.
Thus making them traitors.
Yes.
Traitors
that
to
makes
whom?
sense. I would wager the three that sat in this chair.
So wait, the gods were in service to the three people in the chairs?
Not the gods, the people that they attempted to have ascended, perhaps.
Oh, to make into gods.
Yes.
We don't know.
Possibly. That it is a theory, but
Hypotheticals,
based
yeah.
on what Ritora is saying, that would make sense. If you were built up in order to be ascended and decided against it, or somehow made it where it was impossible for you to ascend, you rejected your ascension, you betrayed that, and now your soul is trapped in mortal flesh.
Oh,
You are a traitor to the people that attempted to ascend you.
alright.
Like there was a reckoning and they
But it
refused
didn't
to
say.
partake.
Said they left their souls in. Not that they were forced to keep their souls in. That they chose.
Right, I think they chose to, in defiance of being ascended. As I've said before, the gods are gone, save for perhaps the one that I speak with very infrequently. We don't know when that happened. If the gods left and they were attempting to make new gods here, perhaps these are the 9. There are 9 murals?
Yes.
There are 9 schools of magic. Perhaps one god for each.
What if that's why there's no bodies?
Wait, what? Why wouldn't there be bodies because of that?
So I'm just saying, the traitors who left their souls in mortal flesh, what if they, the ones that ascended, did not leave in their mortal flesh, thus going elsewhere, and there's no mortal trail to be left?
Okay. Sorry, I'm slow to understand only because this organized religion stuff doesn't really make sense to me. Mine, people's, religion's a little bit more abstract than that.
Yes, I understand.
Like, we don't have a god. Like, my god is the moon, but, just give praise, Thank you for being there.
Most
Thank you
people
for being a god.
do not have
Not
gods.
really a
They
god, just a figure, I guess,
Exactly, it is what people mentioned about faith in the nameless. No one worships a god by name anymore. They don't exist.
Yeah.
What do you think would happen if they accepted the ascension?
They would have become a god or a demigod.
What would that even mean?
I do not know.
What would you explain as to what happened to us? Because, shit's been, really weird since we saved Ritora. And it's it's cool, but, what is that?
I am not sure.
Is that, the same thing?
What if they were promised something? Whether it was ascension or something else. They were promised another life of some sort, and maybe these traitors discovered that it wasn't what they were promised. It was something else.
They might have been promised immortality. Perhaps they did not want it anymore.
Or maybe it was the reverse. What if they were a sacrifice, and they fought back?
You need to stop.
Yeah, you're rolling a lot over there, bud. Almost like it's a combat.
Almost like there's a timer on something.
Almost like the music changed.
Well, unfortunately, We've been here for some time.
How long would you say?
5
I mean,
minutes.
several moments.
Have you over time? Tell me.
6 minutes.
Okay.
6 minutes too long.
Nesgrim sat there for a while.
About 13 minutes.
It wasn't so much a timed thing,
Oh, okay.
a triggered thing.
Why
Is
do
it
you
because
think
we didn't
Nesgrim?
beat Nesgrim enough? Is that why? Because I was going to slap him
Out of the
around.
chair, right?
Yeah,
I was
no,
thinking
no,
about
no.
that.
Yeah.
It's like, ooh, pain reveals it.
Wow.
Or we said a word too many times.
No.
Yeah,
Oh no, we did?
we did.
Which word?
That's the fun, is not knowing.
Ascension.
No,
No, the. It was the.
Probably
Was
traitors.
it God's
correct.
traitors?
Keep
You
saying
stand
traitors.
here within the shrine. I will tell you that suddenly there is a very loud, rippling, heavy thud from above you on the ceiling. As though something of great, massive weight has landed here.
Oh, no! Bring it again!
Oh,
There's
man.
a cigarette!
There was
wall
not
shape.
much room
Yeah,
between
no,
these-
it was like
the
20-ish
roof-
feet between the height of the shrine.
What
So,
if this
you know,
makes it better?
not a lot.
This makes it worse.
That's nothing terrible. Yeah. The shrine and the floors and the walls and the ceiling all shake, and you would feel dust and bits of rubble just fall and wash down around you, and you all stand here within the shrine.
What was that?
We should probably get out of this room.
Whatever. Into everyone's minds, I shush really loud. Shh.
I'm gonna, like, just.
I'll gesture.
Do we hear any additional movement after the...
Just the intensity of a landing.
So yeah,
I'm gonna
the
recast
sword is now
Skin.
collapsed,
Mm-hmm.
and we're in the dark
cover the
once
pebble.
again.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to move towards the door and like just try to listen and smell for anything there. Similar to if I was tracking something.
Absolutely. You may make a perception check.
While this
Please-
is happening, I'm going
please
to
tell me you
recast
can smell
bark skin
something.
on myself. Drop.
I'm gonna be worried
you're
if
I
I
better
guess
can't.
do a quick look around, see if there's any different magic, and then drop detect magic. And
No change in magic here. Detect magic does not go through the stone.
2.
Seeing everyone prepare, I do channel divinity on my sword.
No.
16.
Before you even hit the passageway leading back out to the uppermost layer of the ziggurat out here, you take the few steps, and a foot or so before you hit the passageway, the intensity of charcoal smoldering hits your nose.
Like a freshly put out bonfire. I'm gonna look Felix dead in the eyes, and I'm gonna do this because I haven't done it yet. It's a cantrip, but I'm gonna cast message, and I'm gonna speak into your mind.
Hello, motherfucker.
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Burnout? No, not for cantrips here. We're good.
It smells like charcoal. Gesture you back into your mind. Come back.
Scooch back, I guess.
Mm-hmm.
Being as stealthy as I can be.
Yeah.
I'll just gesture at Retora. And then into your mind. Can you still see? Do you still have detect magic up? Oh boy.
I'm gonna go ahead and draw my silvered blade.
Okay.
And I'm gonna go ahead and do the salt coat and just like look around and like
My leg!
Does anything else? Any other noises?
Oh no, it's quiet.
I'm gonna summon my sword, and Ether, are you wearing your hat?
Always.
Your favorite hat? I'm gonna speak into Ether's mind.
Okay.
Don't suppose that thing can detect things you're not looking at.
And I'm going to point at my head.
Well, you verified the spell.
I guess with drawing my sword too, I would cast guidance on myself. Again, a cantrip. But
I have to see it.
Heart of the cards.
It's gonna get a little shuffle.
Wait. If it is something living and not just a shift in the cavern, whatever it is might search below. The children are below.
We need to get down there. Either there is something and it will go after the children, or there is nothing and this might collapse.
Are you speaking out loud?
Yes, quietly, but yes.
We have to warn them if they
I'm going
don't
to
already
need
know.
you to make a stealth check. I respect that you're whispering.
Yeah.
You're not the only one with big BP.
17.
Oh boy.
It must have a really big peepee.
John, I
Do we
think
hear any additional movement?
No, it's standing. Quite still. Motionless.
I think we should not go down.
I'm going to need you to also make a stealth check.
into both of their heads.
Point of Felix.
yeah, when he goes shh, I'm gonna go.
We do it all the time.
Not with
Point.
disadvantage, right?
No. No, there's no reason to have
Nat 20.
a reason Nesgrim is eerily silent. Like almost Rambo communicating.
Just with my eyes. Just,
I think he just told me it's still third base.
I'm gonna look at Felix and point out the door, like down towards where we left our group. And she'll point at her head and back down where the group was.
Into your mind, I'll say, do you want me to check on them?
Worst game of charades ever.
Okay, so So I left an anchor down there.
Mm-hmm.
So it's by distance. So I could technically teleport the mile and port myself there instead, right? So I can't see a mile, but the range of it is a mile. I would have to look at it. It's goddamn it.
I'm going to say that because the timer had been up by the time Nesgrim was whispering anyway, that as you whisper this and you begin to think about your next step, that all of you would hear a very, at first, booming, echoing voice as though amplified once again acoustically within this space. Oh yeah. That then has this wrenching, piercing ringing in your ears, despite, again, the voice itself being deeper. And all it says is just the word, heathens!
It says it in common?
Yes. You would feel another sudden striking on the ceiling above you.
Specifically above us.
Mm-hmm.
God? Papa?
I haven't.
That's not how
I would point at Yolumlo because you can't respond to me.
What?
I have an idea.
Make it fast.
I'm gonna walk out and introduce myself as the son of Kabael
Is-
Kristak.
Does it structurally seem?
Seems like it's moving towards the area that would be the entrance of the
You
shrine.
might not have to go outside.
Okay.
I'll just go to the door and do it.
I don't know if that's smart.
I'm going to get
John?
behind one of the chairs.
Would you like to pull up the deck?
Yeah.
I'll shuffle a little more.
Not confident in that one.
My
No.
palms are sweaty.
God damn it! Does it seem like it's in the center?
No, it's moving towards the front of the shrine.
It's in front of the shrine, so it's in the center on the top.
It had been in the center on the top. It's
So-
now walking towards the front of the shrine for where you guys have.
Right, but in terms of the footstep, because the exits are left and right, so it's in the center of the building. Okay, perfect. And I'm gonna gesture, and then in your mind, I'll say, "Come on."
Okay.
And I will move to the. I'll move to the center, so I'm gonna try and flick. Well,
A card out.
Yeah, to the right, and then gesture left.
Flip your card, sir.
Queen of spades. I'm very bad with the shapes. Yes.
Spades.
Yeah. I'm bad with shapes.
Medusa! Get a card
I
out.
fucking twisted fate that shit out the right.
Specifically Medusa, which I mean again, it's a gorgon. You yeet a card out, and like as it slides on the floor, this swiftly sprouting into shape, an ethereal-looking woman to you at first, who then takes on a more natural, physical, obvious manifestation. A woman filled with wriggling snake hair that stands out there and just like, fucking yeah!
Bitch! What are you doing up there?
Again, in that same voice, in loud, bellowing common, trickster.
Make an active. Did it pass the save? It's kind of. What's that passive intelligence, John?
True sight's a thing, bud.
I would have moved to the left.
I didn't assume that I just had it.
Yeah!
Oops.
You wasted the Medusa.
You guys are at. You said to gesture to the other
Yeah,
side.
I gestured left.
Yup.
So as I flicked it out, I would have started to move left.
Yup.
And crest the door as she's forming.
Yup. It was.
Whether everybody else is following or not, this is.
I'm following.
yeah,
I'd be right
okay.
behind you.
This is my play.
Yup, and this is obviously preceding it saying the word trickster, so I'm assuming most people would be shuttling behind Felix?
Yes.
No?
I'm gonna stay in the room for a second.
Thariel's chilling in the house.
Good luck.
Anyone else remaining behind? If not, I'm going to assume that you're gathering behind Felix in the doorway.
Yes, as I see him going toward the
Making a
door,
mad
I would
dash.
at
Going,
least
going, going.
move toward it.
Going?
Yeah, you would
I
also
would-
see me have the deck out, so you
Going.
I'd split the difference between the two,
Sure.
between
That's
her
fine.
and...
Given he called me over, I'd be right behind him. So it'd be Felix me.
Fan-diddly-tastic. Oh boy. Well, Felix, can you make me a stealth check?
stealth check.
Yep.
Hey, do you remember when you hit me in the rock with a bunch of times?
Yeah.
I push him.
He is behind you.
Can you
Your
actually...
mind.
Get him!
This is
DJ, you're-
like I'm not ever going to tell people they can or can't do
Give him a
it.
shove!
You were so stupid. Commit. Do it.
Get him! Get
It's
him!
like you're laughing
I
so
will
hard,
port
like
you
you're
next to
running.
it.
You almost ran out of time to answer that before John was like, you fucking do it.
What would you do?
I wouldn't actually push him.
Oh,
fine.
boo.
What was your
Would you
stealth check?
gesture for the rest of the room like you were thinking?
Yes.
So I know he was considering.
10.
The push wouldn't have hurt.
Oh
I mean,
boy. Yeah. You also said that you would like crest it to be able to
Yeah.
hear.
Yeah. I'd be
up.
like, whoop. What the fuck is it?
Oh man. You would see only, because again, you know, there's obviously the lip of the ceiling of the shrine, fluttered out over it, maybe only like 6 to 8 inches, a few feet in front of you, because it again was standing in the center. You would just see the silhouette of the edge, like the tip of the triangle of the bottom part of a black obsidian wing. Crest out over, so you know if this is the edge of the building, it would be
Over the edge, and it would only be part of it. Okay. Okay.
fairly large wing.
Yeah, but like compared to like the G-Man himself, tiny, right? No. What do you mean no? Same size?
Comparable.
All right.
Yeah.
Well, I do that.
It says the word trickster. That's where you would be as you're peering out, seeing the wing. What would you then do in your instinctive sense right after that? It says trickster as you're peering out and see the tip of a wing. Again, it would look feathered, but it would look like the obsidian shards comparable to what Nesgrim has spoken of.
Damn it.
I would, as soon as I crest and above me is just air, hop and then glide down the stairs. My raven wings out. Ooh.
How fast can you go?
I can dash 70.
No.
John.
Dash is 1,000.
Oh dear.
Come on, let's play a little game. Play cat and mouse.
Oh no.
We're going to need to roll initiative.
Are we also going to need to take a break for a map or not?
Yes, because I'm going to have to utilize the tiles to form the elevation of the ziggurat.
Oh boy.
But we'll roll our.
Now I gotta roll the green one. What am I doing?
Oh
Fuck.
Donnie boy,
12.
Lawrence,
How did I roll the same number?
20. Dirty 20.
Paul.
9.
Glenn.
I have a question.
Guidance applies to it, yes.
Okay.
Oh,
Fuck
man.
yeah.
Oh man, I used Medusa.
21.
Joe?
11.
Sarah.
12.
DJ.
2.
Well, we'll be back.
Yep. We'll be right back.
It's a good song, buddy.
mean, like, sadly.
It's true.
We're back. Warning.
Oh boy.
Oh, it looks good.
We're back. Here's this.
Here's this.
Oh, it looks good.
This is fine.
It's just me and him.
So, for the sake of perspective, each square is 20 feet.
Oh shit!
Yeah.
Oh, that's large.
Yep.
That's a large thing.
Yeah.
Vicky.
Okay.
Despite you rolling the 9, I would say that there would be a precursory thing that would be occurring, which would be you, as you said, dashing out your 60 feet.
Well,
So
70.
70. So it would be the first 20, 40, 60, and then halfway into the next one after that. Would you be doing anything else other than just dashing?
I mean, yeah. I mean, I would have glimpsed, dashed, and as I dashed, looked back,
You're not supposed to look back.
and then, you know, do a barrel roll, real cool like.
That's cool. He
Hey,
looked
roll
back,
one
it
of these, honey,
disappears.
Don't look back.
This is why you don't look.
His name's Eurydice, right?
Don't look back.
You would see, as you do your barrel roll and kind of look back over towards the edge of the roof, the ceiling of the shrine itself. Again, does not look like that, but it's the closest thing we've got in terms of a large creature with wings. A figure that looks... Not, again, you guys have seen Adelstan. He's not as big as Adelstan in terms of his just generic standing stature.
All right, good.
But yeah, roughly like 8.5 feet tall, an immensely muscular figure, humanoid in shape, definitively has 2 arms, 2 legs, would look as though it is wearing, comparable to the ground outside, pieces of sundered armor to where you would be able to see, you know, a break in the breastplate to where the skin underneath would be exposed.
Okay.
You would see that it is a pallid, pale color, so losing most of the whiteness of it. It would appear comparably gray to like your hoodie.
Okay.
You don't have dark vision.
I do.
You do. Fantastic. Even in the dark vision here, you can see as you do your sweet, dope-ass barrel roll, that it is looking in your direction as you are beginning to fly and glide out downwards away from it. You can see that it has shapes geometrically in its eyes, prismatic shapes, like a kaleidoscope.
Is that similar to what Benjamin's eyes look like? Okay.
Oh, yes.
It's got Benny eyes. That's
It's
what
got
I
many
like.
eyes.
Benny Davis eyes.
Benjamin
A
Button's
long, curly
eyes.
mass of scraggly black hair. And, yeah, you would see that standing with no weapon, just looming down over the edge of this building, looking in your direction.
Okay.
Fantastic. We
So-
go to Glenn. You see Felix swiftly start flying out and away and down. So like,
I'm looking out the door.
yes, he
From
would
from a little bit back in the room, so I don't actually see shit yet.
Correct.
Right?
Yes. You have no idea that there is. Well, you know obviously that there's a thing on the fucking roof. You don't know what it is.
Mm-hmm.
You just see Felix fly out and then disappear from your vantage point as he crosses the horizon of this level of the ziggurat, and and it's gone from your sight. Nothing like rips him out of the sky though, so like meh.
Maybe you got away with it.
Like
It's dark. I'm going
Yes,
to
it is.
assume that it can probably see in the dark since it's down here. But that's just purely an assumption because predators.
yeah.
I have just enough movement to walk outside. Fuck me. Boy.
What?
Felix has saved my ass on a lot of occasions. A lot.
No need to be a hero.
I don't want to.
Then don't.
I'm gonna swap swords.
All right.
I'm gonna swap to Moonclaw.
Alrighty.
thus to illuminate myself, and to possibly illuminate it.
You would step out of the shrine then?
I am stepping out of the shrine, holding my blade up and aloft, not in, like, fuck you, but up as to hold it, like, to look.
Eliminating.
And be like, look at me.
Delicious bacon.
And I'm going to yell, who is the one that rules you? We may not be enemies.
Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear. You would hear words that would not sound to you like common as this echoes out in a high-pitched screech that Nesgrim would understand. As it screams, like, again, in the same classical idea of, like...
It just hurts.
The
It just hurts to hear.
the voice of God hurts.
Yep.
And it just rings, and
It's just
then would ring in
feedback.
everyone else's ears and feel just like feverish, unnatural language. You would hear the word, heathens be damned.
I repeat it.
Yep, you would hear just Nesgrim mumbling from within the shrine still as you step out. Heathens be damned. And then we go to Lawrence. Unless you would have an action or anything else on your turn as you've stepped out. But, like, speaking to the thing to me...
Yeah, and it would be other hand is up.
Okay.
Like, I'm literally, like, clearly being like, hey, I'm not threatening you. Maybe we can talk, bud. But also pull direction from the flying green thing.
Also, Don, can you do me a very solid favor? Can you roll me a d20 and tell me if it's odd or even?
Oh, no, he's Two-Face.
Odd.
No, my.
What does that mean?
That means you're
You would be looking up at it? Oh, my.
That was good, guys.
Oh, my. Can you do me a very cool favor and make a Constitution saving throw?
Very hip, cool
Oh,
tones.
you're near Nesgrim, right? So
+4.
Don't know
It's
how
10
close.
feet for your...
I was right near the exit to the left, so if he's just outside of it, he should be within
I was
10
by
feet.
I was by bowl with her,
I'll say that you're close enough to be included within Nesgrim.
so it's a +4.
Nesgrim was next to the door. He was
Yeah.
right behind Felix.
+4, baby. Come on. It's a 19 plus 6.
Jesus, 25, yeah.
Well, as you look up at this thing, and you have now, for the blade, for its amplification, for what it is specifically now, can you read me what is the bright and what is the dim?
Oh god, I forgot which weapon I pulled.
Yeah.
Yeah, super cool about it. It is 30-foot radius of dim light, and for creating bright light for 30-foot radius,
And
30-foot
30.
You would illuminate this thing with bright moonlight. There are few moments where I am as exuberant as when things align.
Oh no.
Yeah, I didn't realize the I didn't think of the new thing with it. So I was like, yeah, this is what I do.
My solstice
Oh,
approaching dawn.
oh.
You would...
oh man.
You would see... Now, I described him as pale to you as you elevated, holding aloft the moonblade. You would see the reflective surfaces of these sundered armor pieces that it is wearing to where it would feel bright and unnatural to you. The kaleidoscope eyes, the dark, again, black matted hair that looks like it's curly and shaggy. You would see that it is bathed in, like a wash in tattoos, where it would, again, to you, look like strange sigils. You've been seeing Celestial all over now. You can recognize that this thing is like
He's written on.
written on, like, all over, down the sides of his face, over his throat, the areas of the chest that has the, like, exposed breastplate. You can see that the arms are exposed to where just, like, the bracers from a gauntlet might still remain of a dark iron. His hands would be exposed to where he would have like blacked out patches over parts of his fingers, so like fully blotted out, and then in
Like
his
written on in so many times that it starts blacking out?
Yes.
Oh, because of the overlap. I like that.
Yeah. His eyes, as the moon touch blade hit him, illuminate his face, you would see the irises almost shake unnaturally and twist and turn, and his hair would go from black to a stark pale white, comparable to like Ratora's hair. The reflective surfaces of the eyes almost feel as though when your moonlight hits him, it bounces back like light striking a mirror, attempting to blind you, and you thankfully resist the potency of this man's shining, exemplified
Glowing
form.
nature.
Yeah. But like banded around, and for you it would look like kind of how where you have the black lines, but less rigid. So not like as firmly formed. They would be almost like waves wrapped around him.
Are they wrapping around in a fashion that looks like he could have done it?
No.
Where they would like angle a certain way because he could only see going that direction.
No.
Okay, that's cool.
Lawrence. It's illuminated outside now.
Okay, it sheds light.
Yes.
Lots of light?
30 feet bright, 30 feet dim.
Okay. I would head toward I'm gonna head toward the other door just so we don't clog the one door. But on my way past Ether, heading towards the door, I would put a hand on his shoulder and say,
If you're able to, we should alert the others. If this thing won't speak, we might need to distract it long enough for them to get away.
I can't get a message to them.
I would head for the door.
Very good.
I'd probably stop just inside the door.
Sure.
I'm sure there's no reason to be concerned about that.
It's fine.
Is there something I should call this in my initiative track?
Friend.
Big friend.
Big friend. Buddy old pal.
Shiny wings.
I think the Holy Templars.
Yeah! Up here, Don, right?
He is. He is. The boy. A new boy.
No, well,
Damn it.
Ronald Weasley.
Well, you know, I save it. Yeah, so this thing, as it, for you especially, as you are standing up and looking at it, so it, as I've been describing them, the wings that look like shards of obsidian also are a reflective surface. They're not actually feathered. They're shaped like arrowheads.
Are
so
they
would
similar to the mosaic we saw, but are they like the shards floating in the arrangement of a wing, or they are wings of obsidian shard?
wings of obsidian shard.
Got it. Okay, so there's like a root to it. Yes.
Yep.
Cool.
Sprouting out from behind its shoulder blades. It would look down at you as you stand there. Yalumlo shuffles inside. And again, you are illuminating this. The white that hits its hair then starts to hit the upper edges of the obsidian wings. And you see like a white cascading, flushing filling of the wings themselves, turning them almost to like an opaque, clear, pearlescent white color.
So the moonlight is painting him.
Yeah! I feel very bad that he was once known as the Lunar Knight.
That's really fucking cool.
Yes.
oh no.
It's fucking rad.
Yo. He would take flight 5 feet or so, elevate from the roof of the platform, and then definitively land on top of the Gorgon. He knows it's an illusion.
My snack!
Doesn't care about snack, just crashes through it, adjacent to you. definitively in the place of one of the two doors because, again, it is a very massive creature. So, like, not fully blocking.
Right there to it, then.
Yep. Yeah, so,
So
like...
it landed in front of the door he threw the card out of, which is the door that
Yep.
I'm effectively standing in.
Yep.
Oh, friend.
And just
Hey.
looks down at your blade, almost not entranced in the same way that Dorgrim initially was when we pulled out the moon or the silver sword for the first time in Felfar. That
Not an attraction, more so like.
more fuck you for having this. These don't belong with heathens.
Oh, you insulted
And
him.
he has no weapon clearly visible. But as he elevates his hand in the same
Kingdom Hearts
way,
this man.
in the same way in which Yalum Lo's blades formulate magically in the moment of strike.
It's a key.
Not a key. An enormous claymore.
Okay. I thought he was gonna take his.
Dude,
Yeah, I thought he was gonna be like, give me that.
in fear, when I kill you, I intend to.
Yeah.
100% that's what this thing
I'm
wants right
John.
now.
I'm aware.
I
Why did he say when? You said when.
know. It wants to kill him.
But he said when.
He has his blade. But it would radiate pure, like, glowing hot steel. Like, it does not look like it has a hilt. It looks like he just rips steel out of nothingness and swipes it down at you. Ah, God.
He's targeting him? Disadvantage, bitch.
That's my friend.
Oh shit.
2 nat 20s.
I have a question too when you're
Yeah,
done,
yeah,
when
absolutely.
you're done adding your things.
Is it pertinent to my role?
Yes.
Okay,
It's a reaction
okay.
for shield.
Ooh, shield is after I would say whether or not I would hit. I'll tell you what the roll would be. I don't have to tell you the total value. I don't
Because I
give a
think
fuck.
I've only ever utilized
Yeah,
shield.
it's
once,
fine.
So
The total value would be a 21 with disadvantage.
okay.
So if you would like to shield, if you would exceed the 21, you are welcome to shield.
Armor class is 17 and shield is a plus
5, so you would hit 22. So you would absolutely block.
Shield's
and
a +5?
shield? Yeah.
I thought it was +2.
No, that you're thinking of Shield of Faith, the one that's concentration that lingers. Is it just the first attack or all attacks?
Hold on. If the creature misses with the attack, what's me gonna tell us? It's only for me if they attack me with it.
Okay.
And it's a D10 down here for burnout.
D6.
D6 as the start, yes, for you for shield.
We're good.
Cool.
It says the attacks only on the
So only
legacy.
on the first one, yes, correct. Okay.
And I can only utilize that one time, right?
Yeah, but it's up. You have the AC though.
Yes.
Yeah, you keep
Oh.
the +5
Yeah,
on
it's-
through until the beginning of your
Oh,
next
okay.
turn.
I thought it was just like, okay, if he's
Nope.
making multi-attack, like, yeah, it's going to eat the first one.
No, you're going to keep the 5. So for this round until the beginning of your next turn, your AC is now 22.
Okay.
So this thing apparates this blade out of nothingness, and as it sweeps down towards you with an unnatural speed, where it's like blink, blade, blink, oh my god, there's a sword like randomly going to be in my face instantaneously, like no hesitation between the form and the strike itself. Your impulse of the blade just like, oh dear god, and you elevate to parry. Formulate the shield of moonlight out from it because it is your arcane focus. It strikes the barrier that you manifest, and like a flush goes downwards away from it. Almost like it crescents away. Like it pulls back.
Oh, like it didn't want to hit.
Yeah, like it felt that you were going to block me. And goes to sweep on the second attack, because I do have a second. And I am not at disadvantage on the second. Oh, why? Look at it!
That's a 20.
Disadvantage?
My man, I tried.
Only on the first attack
No!
for him.
I tried this
I'm
time.
going to use my reaction, and I will use Sentinel at Death's Door,
Uh-huh.
and I will shadow whip magic towards this thing to stop the crit.
Do you need to see either him or Glenn?
You said it
When a
popped down in
creature
front
you
of the
can
door,
see
right?
within 30 feet suffers a critical hit.
Glenn was just
I'm right outside
the door.
the door.
Yeah.
They're both right outside the door, right?
Mhm.
Isn't
it would be so. Again, there's not that much distance, but like Glenn would be out here. It's here. There's wall here. I was asking whether or not you need to see the creature attacking or whether or not you need to see Glenn. I
He needs
agree
to be
you
able
can
to see
definitively see
Glenn.
Glenn.
Okay.
Glenn.
That's,
And he
And
can
that's
see
what you need
Glenn.
to
Yes,
say. That's
correct.
all I
Glenn.
wanted to clarify.
Yeah,
if you
when
needed to see the
you-
monster, I would have argued that I don't think
Absolutely.
you would have been able to see it. It is on
Yeah.
the other side of a
Yeah,
wall.
no, creature you or a creature you can see within 30
Yeah.
feet.
Okay,
You would have
so
to be
you
where he
negate
is.
the effects of the crit.
It turns into a normal hit. Any effects triggered by a critical hit are canceled.
Cool. Fuck. Thank you.
Just for reference, that's about where people are at. And if,
Sure.
if we're at the doors and he's just outside.
Thank you.
I'm gonna eat a punch.
Just a little one.
While I'm rolling my damage die, Glenn, can you do me a solid and make me a Constitution saving throw?
Oh, another one of those? Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
throwing a +4? Wow.
Apparently D&D Beyond is doing like an advent calendar. You can get 11 monsters from Dragonlance for free.
Oh, Pog. That's pretty cool.
Oh me, oh my.
18.
18!
That's
Yeah.
good.
All right.
Good enough.
That's
yeah.
gonna be stronger.
So it's
Level up.
20 slashing damage.
That's just the slashing damage, Paul.
It's nothing.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it's same moon damage.
And as it crescents away and the blade comes towards you, you would see that the searing hot white light of it reverberates quickly as it melds out from his hand a black darkness to where it feels like the blade itself disappears. Like you're looking at a dark night sky. A new moon that's gone now. And it...
Oh, so he's the other moon.
I'm waxing or waning.
Yep.
Yeah, that's the even or odd. And it feels like this chill goes through you to where like it splits along your flesh and you feel that same racking, wrenching pain of being struck with an actual physical weapon that splits you open. It's 21 necrotic damage as well. And you rolled an 18 on the saving throw?
Yes.
Thank God. You meet it.
Big pain.
As it rushes through your body, because again, it's ethereal, it's ephemeral. Despite it slashing you and making connection with your physical form, it passes through you, and in the area in which your side, it feels like this blade shirks through your form. It feels like within, in your bones, in your blood, it feels like it melts. And you solidify and stern and stretch your core and resist the horrifying effect that I know could have possibly happened. That's my action.
Like a gasp of air when you fall in cold water.
Yes. And it looks down at you at your blade once again. It hears and feels the motion of people inside. And not to say that it necessarily moves, but it almost angles itself, looking one eye towards the passageway right here in the direction of Yalumlo in the door, and one eye almost through you, over your shoulder, into the passageway that it knows is the other door, forming, again, standing just angled where it waits in anticipation, because it knows there's more here. And that's my turn. We go to Sarah.
Also, I'm bloodied.
Yeah, like...
That was a heavy hit. I'd be surprised if I didn't.
blood, yeah, like blood would definitively like spray out from you backwards, like staining the floor of the passageway behind you. Anybody that would have been standing right there would have had your blood almost splashed at their feet. So genuinely, probably Ether. Just like you see this swiftly turning pale blade, like radiant hot white searing metal, turn black, ephemeral, and disappear, and just through Vorst in front of you, and then trailing behind it, almost like it's delayed a second, splash of blood all over the floor behind him.
Yeah, I'd eat it and just be like, and look up at him. It doesn't have to be like this.
again, a strange guttural voice in a language unfamiliar. Nesgrim, you would hear it, and I assume would repeat it. You would hear Nesgrim mumble inside of the shrine still. Ye shall suffer no more. I'm going to Sarah.
Am I suffering? Am I suffering? You put me here. You did this.
I'm gonna go ahead and use one of my 4th level spells here. Having seen having seen the blood of Vorse just
spray out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Look at me. I'm the new Christ.
I'm going.
Messiah now.
Christ brothers.
I'm shaking. I'm going to cast
this is a bad one.
Conjure Woodland Beings.
Okay. At a 4th level?
It is a 4th level
Okay.
spell. And my bark skin drops again. And I'm going to summon 8 blink dogs.
Okay.
Fucking what?
Puppies.
Did you say blink dogs?
Yeah, I did.
Oh shit!
Fucking what? Are they in the woodlands?
They're counted. It's fey creatures. I can summon fey creatures of certain challenge ratings.
Raz is back.
Oh, I know how to deal with myself. I did give myself a beautiful ability to deal with not blink dogs specifically. That would have been absurd.
I knew you would choose
My
blink
chess
dogs.
match is complete.
I
gave
mean,
myself an
when the
ability.
options are like blink dogs or like an elk, it's like
Yeah.
I'm
And I'm
yeah.
fine with letting you choose. I hate
Yeah.
the roll for random.
Well, I don't think it. I think I do choose. I don't think it is random, unless I'm mistaken. I'm trying to read the spell. I haven't used it yet, but
The conjuration ones that do a number of challenge rating ones
Yeah.
are typically you roll on a table. That was what we were supposed to do
Is
for
it?
Raz, but DJ was like, "Yeah, I don't care. You can summon wolves all the time." And then I ate God.
because it only has. It doesn't have a table. It just has sample creatures listed. So.
Sure. Okay.
But
Yeah, fuck it. I don't care. Whatever.
one of them's blink dog.
Yes.
So
Now
I'm,
you gotta eat God.
I'm
You got
gonna-
8 dogs.
Eight dogs.
Where are the dogs?
8 rowdy dogs.
Who let the
She
dogs
brought all
out?
her dogs.
Are you attempting to surround it with dog?
Yeah, I want to surround it. So I
It smells like hot dog in here.
this is going to this is going to get tricky, I think, because I think they technically each have their own initiative.
We're gonna do it like we did with Raz, where they
Okay.
have one collective initiative, and then you'll use the D&D roller that we have for the Discord to be able to roll all 8 of their attacks at once.
Just make sure that still works.
Yep. So I'm
Also, roll your burnout.
burnout.
Which is a D6.
Oh, and it's a 4th level spell.
Oh,
Roll that percentile die.
Uh-oh.
Punishment, Don.
Never do anything.
I never do anything.
I always turn into a bear. This is the only
They
time
just
I've
stab men in basements. and
Yeah, I
collect
mean, I was
their
about to
heads.
say, like, what do you mean? We,
What'd you roll, Sarah?
our own basement.
What'd you roll?
A 99.
Ooh!
That's actually going to be insane.
Yeah, that's
Legitimately,
really good.
yeah. No,
Dude.
95 to 100. It actually might be the one where you get the spell back.
Yeah!
Holy shit.
Yeah, it's real good.
John, can you open up the website?
Sarah.
for us?
There's positive
Also,
effects to
Sarah
it.
here.
I've gotten it like twice.
dogs.
It's
Yes.
crazy.
Yeah, I think it's
99's
legitimately
It felt right for me
95
to give you
90 or
this.
100.
Yeah, 99's insane. Okay. 99, advantage on casting for spell level rounds.
So you gain advantage for 4 rounds on all things that you do.
Holy shit.
Literally everything.
Yeah, no,
Oh
that's...
my god,
a-
that's
just-
crazy!
That's
Is
a
it
nuts
advantage?
roll.
Is that like
Advantage on everything.
is that like saves and shit?
Yeah, literally
Everything.
everything.
Holy
That's
fuck.
a crack
You
roll.
are inspired AF. You're like,
Ritora's OP
damn,
as
Here, I never
shit.
do anything. I'm imbued with the power of God!
God.
Time to kill God or become him!
And on a 4th level spell. So
Do we look like heathens now?
to this thing? Fuck yeah, and worse. She summoned blink dogs.
Blue dogs are fun.
And then became God.
Forest dogs!
I don't know if the Discord roller works, but you can roll 8d20 by clicking in the bottom left of D&D Beyond.
Okay.
I did summon a snake lady.
I'm
This doesn't
like
exist.
actually.
And to test to make sure you could roll 8d20, I did to make sure it would work, and the sum of them was 69. I was
I
like,
saw
you
that
fucking-
pop up.
I was like, no shit.
Very well done.
So I'm
Don,
gonna.
can you help her with the
Yes,
placement
yeah,
of blink dogs?
just
I
like-
thought she was.
I
I saw an
yeah.
8 on the die.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
can't see. I don't know exactly.
Again, each of
I
those
haven't
boxes is
seen-
20 feet, so like...
Yeah, so I don't know if I need to be able to see where they're summoned or not. It's a 30-foot range, I think, for summoning them.
They're gonna just have to be one die because one box is 20 feet.
Well, I kind of want them everywhere, so
We'll do a die for 4.
Yeah.
yeah. Like
There
I
would be 4 for each die. So
I
do
want this
2 dice.
situation to turn chaotic.
Yeah, no. It's
In
okay.
this instance.
Like, I'll know that you intend to
Yeah.
surround the enemy.
Yeah.
4 in front, 4 behind.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
And yes, I know that it is surrounded.
And there's 8 of them.
Yes. Uh-huh. Which
Oh.
I'll give you the choice. Do you want to roll 1 initiative for the collective, or do you want them to function at the end of your turn? Like, if you were to roll an initiative score for them that is higher than yours, I would have them function at the end of your turn right now, so this way they don't get skipped. Because it's dumb if you roll a 4 and you get rewarded for it in this round. If you were to roll a 17, they wouldn't go until the next round
Yeah.
at 17. So either at the end of your choice, or if you would like to roll.
I will roll.
Cool.
And do they? I guess it would be their dex, right?
Yes.
It's a 19 and plus
Cool.
3, so.
22. So they will literally be the top of the order. So they'll function now at the end of your turn, and then they'll go at the top of the order again. Because I think that that's dumb as shit.
I understand the council has made a decision.
Anything else on your turn, Sarah?
Fucking
I'm gonna move towards the door so I can actually see what's going on.
Mm-hmm.
Which door?
This door where he's standing, or this door so you can peek out?
The peeking door.
The peeking door.
So you are adjacent to Ether then.
Yeah. And I think that is. I think that's it.
Donnie boy.
Very good.
And then Chell, you'll be after Don.
I forgot sending is a 3rd level spell, not 4th, so I can
Yep.
actually cast this.
Cool.
And I've got my note written.
Very good.
So I'm going to cast Sending to Iris.
Great. Roll your run-out die.
D6. 5. So good. So I will say, creature on roof of temple, angry towards moonlight, sees through illusions, hide children in homes, we are fleeing down, extreme emergency, defense needed, in danger.
She says you're breaking up. I can't hear you.
Yeah, I mean, she gets to respond instantaneously.
Yes.
Grimdark's telling her story.
Oh, man.
Uh-oh.
You're going to die.
That's it.
It was nice knowing you. Click.
I mean, can they see what's happening?
No.
No.
You guys are like
It's far too
400
dark.
feet
Oh,
away,
it's dark. It's dark.
and then elevated. So like they in the distance might see the light, where it's like, oh, the temple's shiny up top.
Keep that
That's
thing up
Vorse dying.
Oh.
Oh boy.
I like to do that. I like to illuminate my deaths.
Like, look at me. Oh. Man.
Yipe.
Get back to us quickly.
Yeah.
That would be it.
Yeah. No, I
Because
understand.
again, she's going to need to then divvy up the kids and then which adults are going to prepare to protect you from this terrible thing.
Yep.
That is your action.
Yes.
Anything else on your turn?
Now I cast Sending. I used my reaction. Its reaction's back up at the top of the round, right?
No, back to you.
Oh, so it's up now because it's my turn. My reaction is back up because I used it on board. Okay, I'm just making sure for when I can do things.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, I will. I guess like slide out of the doorway slightly so that way I can see Vorst in case I have to do something.
You can see me from where you're
but
standing.
just am not directly in the doorway, like blocking.
There's not going to, like, the doorway is 10 feet wide. We're not going to be able to have everybody jammed into the, like, very minimal space that is the 10 feet of the doorway.
Sure,
like,
I'm going on like the wall next to it, so that way I'm not in the doorway.
So
So that way
opposite me.
I can still
Understand,
see
yes.
him.
Yes.
Yeah.
Probably opposite me, because I'm already on one side of the wall there.
Yeah.
Fantastic. Anything else on your turn?
No, that is it.
Fantastic.
Because that's my action.
Great. At the end of your turn,
Yes.
you, who's right here in the presence of my wonderful friend.
The
would-
dogs, right?
Yeah, the dogs.
Your dogs.
You would see that as this being recognizes the sudden appearance of all of these strange, which he understands, conjured animals, looks around himself, recognizes, I'm surrounded. Oh, man.
Your fate.
No, I mean, fuck everybody.
Thought we were cool, John.
It doesn't love anyone here. It would look down around itself, recognize that it is surrounded, recognize that there's a fuckload of you guys still inside of the shrine, and not manifest a blade, but you would hear again in Celestial say, "Sinners be damned," and it would reach down into the ground, almost through the stone, its hand going through it, disappearing up to its wrist, and then it would rip up through the stone, and you would see it looks as though it pulls out a great ring of white radiant light that wraps around its hand, similar to the way that the brothers had the chakram go around, but like a banding, but it's not a pointed chakram.
So he pulled light out of the stone?
You would see extending out from the banding of light a litany of chains. I need everyone to make strength saves, and Sarah, need you to make them for all 8 of your dogs as well.
Do
And
I
only
need
I get advantage,
Even if we
right?
can't see it.
Yes.
How many of us would you consider to be in range of his bonus to saves?
Tucked way back.
Probably Don, because he's...
Dawn, Sarah, and then you are in the other doorway, Lawrence, so probably not.
And what about Glenn in relation to that door?
I'm still within.
Yeah. He was in
range
I
for the
didn't
save,
move,
so
but
he should
he
still
moved
be.
closer. So, or no, DJ's still been in the same spot since we
Yeah, so
started.
you should still be in range because you were in
Yeah.
range before.
Glenn would be, none of your dogs will be.
In
In space of his +4.
okay.
Chell, you would not be either.
Okay.
So, no to Lawrence, no to Paul,
Okay.
no to Chell, no to the dogs.
Oh, am I in range?
Yeah.
I'm like 60 feet away.
Uh-huh.
Am I also
Okay.
in range?
Fuck.
What
We're all in
save?
range.
Strength.
Strength.
Even though I'm inside the building?
Dude!
Rips it out of the ground.
Even creatures he can't see?
Yeah.
Oh shit. Okay, that's fucking rad.
Not 20 with the advantage.
For you.
Why
Yeah.
do I like this? What were we making?
And
Is-
8 dogs.
Is Paul in range because he's flying?
Yeah.
Yes. Okay.
This is a deck save?
Strength.
Strength.
That's not good.
15.
Oh boy.
17.
I
Oh,
mean, I have a minus
11.
2.
Oh boy.
19.
Oh boy.
9.
Yeah.
Oh boy.
Hey.
Sarah nat 20, DJ.
17.
Oh boy. Sarah, how the dogs doing?
They be
5,
dogging.
6, 7, 8.
What's their strength mod?
Dog strength mod?
I'll tell you whether or not they perceivably can pass.
+1.
They would need a nat 20.
All right.
Here we go.
Nat 20 or nothing.
I believe
Do
in
it for
you,
the crit.
Sarah.
So 8 of them, any nat 20s are escaping.
8 nat 20s.
I hope.
Fucking savage, this man.
I believe in you, Sarah.
Any?
That's a lot of single digits.
They're all dead.
That's a
They're
lot.
not dead.
Oh, okay.
This
Well,
does no damage.
That's a lot of single
Oh.
digits.
Yeah, it's not damage.
Channel divinity, is it?
Chain.
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 Okay, yeah, they,
Spectral, like, again, because this is ephemeral, where, like, it looks like it's light, it passes through the walls.
Oh.
Like, that's why he doesn't need to see. It senses creatures.
Oh,
Yeah.
no.
Like, pulls up what to you would feel like a divine living thing that is inside of his hand that extends almost like octopus tentacles. Ephemeral chains that sprout and latch around all the people who failed. You're restrained in place.
Damn it.
That's my legendary action. They would wrap around your feet and feel like they are pulling you like leaded weights into the ground.
who all failed?
Everybody but you.
Oh, no.
Yeah.
DJ, come get your mans.
That would be at the end of Sarah's turn, and then we would go to Joe.
Was that the end of Ether's turn?
Sorry, end of Ether's turn, and then we would go to Joe.
So I said that I had the stone still in my hand,
Yeah, the diamond.
and I was like right in front of the pit thing because I was like,
Mm-hmm.
They gave me the same kind of vibes.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna fucking cowabunga.
Cowabunga, one might say.
It is.
With my nails, try and like nick my hand to draw blood,
Okay.
coat the stone in blood, yeet it into the pit, and pray.
The pit!
I'm here to see what's gonna happen.
Because I've been pit. Why not make it?
Because I'm like restrained, but I figured I can like. Meh.
Oh yeah. Your hands aren't restrained. It's
Okay.
just your legs.
It's your feet.
Oh, it's just my legs.
It's just your
no
legs.
movement.
Your legs.
Correct. It's just no movement. So you would
Yeah.
smear blood over this diamond
Yeah.
and then
Eh.
hurl it into the basin.
And pray. Yeah.
With the force to break it, or with the effort to do it at an angle? Because again, it's like an oval depression, so it's got like a sliding sense to it, like a ramp. Are you aiming to hit the bottom to break it, or attempting to roll it to have it ideally not be destroyed?
You know what? I would think that I'm so mortified of everything going on, I would just be like, ah! And, like, chuck it hard. And if it broke, then,
I mean,
like...
it's a diamond,
It
right?
feels genuine.
Yeah. I would throw it hard not thinking it could break because it's a
We
diamond.
did shatter diamonds before. Yeah.
I did not.
You did. No.
Yeah.
So you spike it like a football in the end of it.
Yeah.
She goes. You coat this in blood,
It was like a pop rock.
throw it forward into the basin in front of you, only the few feet. It strikes the bottom of the basin right around the center, and it shatters like hollow.
Mm-hmm.
The same fog that had rolled out from when your blood struck the bowl initially begins to waft up. It's going to obscure the area inside.
With it.
Yeah, like fog starts to roll out and up from the ground around all of you, starts to fill into the space. It's a 20-foot cloud, so like it's not going to like hit the front of the door, but like it would be for the people up against the passageway. It would be like right at your back, an incredibly intense chill. It's not going to do damage to you guys because I think you're far enough away. You're close enough to the basin. I roll bad. 4 cold damage to you. As like genuinely it feels comparable, like you have unleashed a small self-contained blizzard. Mm-hmm. They're cold bombs. Blizzard bomb.
Snowballs.
Yeah, I gave you snowballs.
I'm proficient with those.
Yep.
Tell the DJ.
I would classify that as just your item interaction, because it's not like you did anything wild, like you cutting your finger slightly and then going like that is not that long of a thing to do. So if there's anything else you want to do on your turn, you may. I would say because the area is heavily obscured, it's hard for you to see your friends now.
Okay.
Because there's a roiling fog cloud filling up the space between you and them. You've, like, hidden yourself in the back of the shrine.
Is there a little frost alarm going off?
Yeah.
Wee-woo.
So
I'm
just like
going-
cold fog rolling out of the doors.
Yeah.
Love that.
Yeah.
What's going on up there?
I am going to once I have the cool running through me, be a little bit
feel invigorated.
Yeah,
Cool
feel nice and cool. So like embrace my inner coolness.
Mhm.
Sunglasses go on,
Mhm.
and I just embody my rhyme-born.
Ooh, yeah. So you just feel the chill, and you're like, I'm a fucking blizzard too, baby.
That makes two of us.
Right? And
Blizzard bones.
like almost like the fog as it strikes you and chills you,
Yeah.
it crystallizes around you, starting to form the blizzard up around your feet. Like you're absorbing the nature of the fog.
Mm-hmm.
You're eating the blizzard.
Mm-hmm.
Melding it into yourself.
Yeah.
I'm going to say that most of the fog cloud actually gets dissipated by this, almost like a gust of wind.
Yes.
Like you are a vortex pulling in the winter.
Got a blizzard in your skin.
Yep.
You're welcome.
Bring the blizzards in.
Don't say I don't give you things.
Grimgar just looks up, can't see it, but he's like, I know.
There's a blizzard lady up there.
Brand feels a chill.
Shall, would you do anything else on your turn?
Grab somebody.
Uh,
That technically didn't count as an action, did it?
That I believe is your bonus action for what it is listed as in there.
Okay.
I still got an action. Look at all this.
Yeah, and now I would say you can see your friends because you've absorbed the fog.
That's fucking cool.
Fog, you say?
Fog?
I'll make a note.
Write it down.
L'Oreal eats winter.
She eats fog.
Put a smiley face in the O.
Mrs. Winter eats fog.
This is winter.
I know what she is.
Why does that sound like a newspaper headline? Mrs. Winter eats fog!
I can't do Mr. Zadilia, so I'll have to do Mrs. Winter.
Old man screams at cloud.
So I need Miss Winter.
This is probably going to be a waste, and I'll try it anyway. I'm going to cast Banishment on it. Back from whence you came.
I would say because of where you are, because it's in that doorway, like over Yalumlo's shoulder, you'd be able to see it.
Okay.
Cool.
Bye-bye.
What kind of saving throw do I make? And also, could you please roll the d6 for your burnout die?
Charisma.
Charisma.
And never know.
He's ugly. He doesn't have good charisma. He's,
Your name
Three.
is stupid.
he's
Can I
fugly. He's in the
impose this-
burn book somewhere
Can I
around here.
impose disadvantage with my
He's a
devilishly good
fugly
looks?
bitch.
I just want to say that, like,
Because
Nah.
he's very intimidating.
Can I impose disadvantage with how good I look?
I would argue that it's in the eye of the beholder.
There's not
Beholder
a
here?
here?
There's a beholder here.
Did you say he's...
Oh no!
I have a new mini.
yeah, I'm, 21. Did you roll your burnout die?
I did, and I got a 3.
Okay, so you're good. Yeah, so I mean, a lot of wild shit happens on your turn. Think about it.
Yeah,
within the
that's
span of
crazy
6
turn.
That was
seconds.
that
It's
was
like,
a crazy
you know what?
6 seconds.
Let's see what this does. Slam! Wow, blizzard! Blizzard! Get out!
Anyway, where was I? Oh yeah, helping my friends.
Yeah, right? That guy in particular.
Fuck you.
I had a whole spiritual journey just happen.
Yeah, so
Relax.
like, again, because your hand's already bleeding, I would say
Sure.
you don't need to do any additional bloodletting for your arcane focus
Sure,
because
sure.
your blood is your focus. You, like, splash blood out in the direction over Yalumlo's shoulder and kind of, like, coat a small section of this man as you attempt to, like, utilize your blood to rip its form away from itself, to send it back to whence it came. It looks at it, and, again, like, one eye this way, one eye still ahead, so, like, I can't do it as a human being, but like the wild eye control where some people can look in 2 fucking completely different directions, looks down at it with the single eye and then looks up over in your direction. Says nothing, just silence, like a stoic stare. Anything else on your turn?
like to assume a very intimidating pose. And I mean that not sarcastically, I'm genuinely just
like you're leaning forward,
Yeah,
like
like
a blizzard
fucking
roiling
try
up
me.
behind you,
Yeah.
like I am
Your claws up.
Yeah, I am winter.
Your claws up.
Oh,
Are you doing that?
I am winter.
Your claws up.
oh.
Are you doing that?
Yeah.
You want to dance, my boy?
Paul, what did you roll?
He was a
Initiative?
9.
Nine.
You're a 2.
You're two.
Mm-hmm.
Is he within? He's not within 10.
All right, all right.
You're a 10 to me, bud.
Slashed winter dogs posing in the doorway. What did you do?
Let's send a message.
Okay, yeah. So you're back there.
He sent an email.
Okay.
You just hear the fax machine going.
Well, hearing Vorst get hit
Keep
is
on
like,
picking
not
up.
again,
There
man.
we
Come
go.
on, dude.
I would have also just like said what Ira said back out loud.
Yeah, that's
Just
fine.
like try to get
Yeah.
to the-
Run.
Run.
Run real fast.
Yes.
Yep.
So the chain that's around my feet, am I able to grab it?
It does not have a physical form.
So my hand goes through it?
Yes.
Great. And you described him wearing heavy armor?
It's not that it's fully heavy, it's like broken in places around him. So like, if you have a spell that requires it to be wearing heavy armor, I would say that it would function in the idea that it would be wearing
Okay,
heavy armor.
yeah, so...
Enough of it is there that I would say yes.
So it shrieks in a weird language.
Yeah.
I don't understand it.
Yeah.
This place is old.
Yep.
It's trying to
It
kill
did
me.
speak common at one point.
It did,
yell
but it hasn't
Phoenix.
responded to anybody that yelled in common.
Correct.
I'm not... Alright, I guess I will yell at it in Primordial. Yield or fall like the others. And I will cast Hungry Lightning,
Okay.
which requires it to make a dex save. If it's wearing heavy armor, it has disadvantage.
Cool. Advantage on save, so we roll flat.
Ooh, a 2 on burnout. Ooh.
That was a D6.
You said Dex?
Yes.
I am a 7, so.
Yeah,
yep.
fail.
16. I just assumed it was like plus 16 and everything.
Oh,
so.
no. I mean, it's got
One.
solid stats all around. It is high for charisma, and I rolled reasonably well on the charisma save. I just did not roll well on that one.
I was like, he's a big dummy. He can't be charismatic. And I was like, intimidation. Oh no.
Alright, so that is 28 lightning damage.
Does it target just one thing, or is it like a line or a cone or anything like that?
It targets the creature.
Targets the creature
Yes.
specifically. And you said 28?
Yes, lightning damage.
Yeah.
Unlimited power.
Yeah, like genuinely, like
Just-
it in the midst of holding this thing, looking in one direction, simultaneously still eyeing up Vorst and the people behind Vorst, feels this wreath of lightning just crackle around from like almost like a fucking rift forms in the air, and it just spurs over it, just racks it with again like the intensity and heat of being struck by lightning. Wriggles around the forms of its armor and gets onto the chest of itself, like all the actual exposed flesh. You can see that it singes it, and it shakes ever so slightly, like definitively affected by it.
And then yell the thing
Yes.
in Primordial.
It responds in Primordial in your head.
Oh.
Good.
Mm-hmm.
Good.
And you said yield or die like the others?
Yes.
I think it was fall like the other.
Fall
Yeah,
like
fall like
the
the others. Fuck them, dude.
Why did you say specifically that?
We like that funnier, Glenn.
In primordial in your head, it would say, "Before me, all kneel to be judged." Hmm.
You said you're bloodied.
Oh, not that I'm bloodied. It
No,
just...
not you. Him.
Oh, yeah, he is.
Yeah. Oh. Get away. Just go.
He can't. He's restrained.
Go away.
I haven't moved yet. You may choose an ally you see within 60 feet. As a bonus action, you can teleport that creature, swapping places until the end of the turn.
You piece of shit.
I would say because it's a teleport, you're not getting a bonus to your movement speed, which is what restrain removes.
Okay. I'm still chained, and so is
yes,
he.
Yeah, I'm just saying for why, like, to me, justifying why I think that this would work. Restrain is you can't gain any bonuses to your movement speed, and your speed is set to 0, but you're porting. So,
Yes.
like, you're gonna, like, fall because you were where he was, so you fall to, like, 5. I won't have it hurt you because
I know, but like, enough that it's like, oh, fuck!
Yeah, so, like, you fall to the ground. I would say you were standing, so, like, you'll catch yourself, and I won't have you fall prone or make a save or anything like that, but, yeah, you swap, and you're right in front of this thing.
So that was a 3 on burnout. I swap. I'm in front of him. I'll just respond in primordial. I yield to none.
Yeah.
Just saying it out loud.
Yeah.
In common.
Okay.
Baller move.
DJ, we go to you, bud.
Great. Okay.
That was cool.
Are they both still chained after the
Piece of
teleportation?
shit, but that was cool.
With me being at the edge of the doorway,
You're faster.
I would like to stay in the same space that I am, like not actually move at all because I can't, because restrained. But I want to.
Sorry, one thing.
You're good.
I did it at the end of Dawn's. At the end of your turn, Chell, and then Paul, the chains would fall off of you. It concludes at the end of your next
Great!
turn.
That means I can do a cool thing for flavor. As I say that to him, I rise to his eye level.
Sure, yeah.
So you just want to
That's
float
I'm
up.
totally fine with a...
We're all just like mean mugging this
But
man.
yeah, that's at the end of your turn. So yeah, you elevate up, the like 2 or 3 feet hovering to be able to match his eyesight. So yeah,
That's
that
me
move
bonus.
is gonna be- Sorry.
Little
You
piss
know-
on the nose.
Like in basketball, you can pivot to stay.
wait,
like
Yeah,
No.
you can have a plant foot.
No.
I would like to pivot to face it,
You might be
so that way I
right.
can see it.
Sure. Yeah.
And then I'm gonna hold my sword over my head
Expedition.
and say, "My name is Nesgrim Kristock. I am the successor to the throne of the High Seraph Kabael Kristock."
Yeah!
King! Oh god!
Said king shit.
Reclaim your throne!
Yes.
What I heard was compel duel.
I didn't hear no bell.
That is what you say.
And I have channel divinity on my sword, so it's glowing 20 bright, 20 dim.
Okay.
Unless he's the biggest traitor of them all. Oh no.
What if he's the one that did this to the room?
With Expeditious Retreat.
The eye that was directed towards them, and then the other one still pointed,
Up and down.
in the direction of what was Vorst is now Felix. This eye quick shifts back into focus, and this one meets to match in your direction. Ah, God.
Give him the throne.
It's your birthright.
In Celestial, and like this one would be almost pulling you to your knees with the weight of the gravity of this thing's voice. Blood starting to drizzle out of everyone's ears. Oh. Betrayer! And it was a 50-50.
Yeah! That's it, yeah.
I'm here for it!
I supported the decision.
You kick his ass, you just gained a kingdom!
Oh, no.
It's fine, it's fine, it's fine.
Respond. Come on, drop some bars.
Send him that shit from DJ.
Yeah.
Tommy looks dumb. His haircut's stupid.
I'm very
Shoes
sorry
look
for everyone's
tacky.
ears, but yeah, that's
All right.
that goes.
Start crying or something.
Oh, I really want to do that. I'm sorry. Are you like my dad's friend or something? Can we just go to school again?
All right. I know this is a little outside the scope of the spell,
Yeah.
but seeing it reach down into the ground and rip out that thing, if I can, I would like to cast Find Steed and have it rise up.
10 minutes to cast.
Never mind. I did. It is 10 minutes to cast.
If you just wait 10 minutes,
Excuse me, sir.
You.
I'm gonna do
You're a
something.
betrayer. Hold on, I gotta get my
1
horse.
second. What?
I'd like to go.
Time out?
Did I say I was a betrayer?
I'll betray somewhere else. All right, let me fuck off. Give me a minute.
Just you wait till Buttercup gets here, you're fucked.
I think
Time
it's
out.
is it
Basic bitch is
giblet?
on her way.
DJ, I fully supported your decision. It was a 50-50.
Yeah,
It was
Yeah,
that
like, again,
that could've gone
I am
really
so
well.
fucking here
Maybe
for
we
it.
can convince him that you don't align with Caballero Kristoff and that you're here to do better.
Do the Bernie Sanders.
We did desecrate the statue.
Yeah, talk him into atonement. Talk him into atonement.
Hear me
What
out.
would you actually do on your turn after you say that and it yells betrayer?
Convert
in
into
your face
socialism.
and looks at you.
Bernie.
Bernie.
So I'm fun.
I'll buff your cigarette.
It's gonna take me a long time.
This is equally 50-50. So here we
Let's
go.
hear it.
I'm fucking here for it.
I'm here to atone for the sins of my ancestor.
I'm here for it.
Until he tells you to eat them late.
Y'all remember when Nesgrim said he wanted to sacrifice himself?
You can make a persuasion check.
Woo! Hot dice, hot dice, hot dice.
Hold dork and roll hot.
I do need to ask you, do you say that with any air of deception in your voice? Or do you truly mean that?
DJ, you didn't know it.
Because I specifically have knows if it is lied to. And I do need to ask.
Little fiddler?
My only argument for that is you tried to get us to kill you in the fountain. For a positive.
Yeah, you did try to atone.
Yeah, you did
That
try
was
to
your
reverse a
whole
curse.
argument.
It's the part truth.
You also don't know what the sins of your ancestors actually are.
Absolutely.
And I don't know what the punishment is either. And I've already made that statement. So yeah, I would have said it with honesty.
Okay, then you may roll your persuasion check.
Charismatic, you're a paladin.
Wait, sorry, 1 second.
Why are we
Excuse me.
checking? You're nat 20,
hang on.
right?
Yep. No, yeah, nat 20. Oh shit. And specifically saving throw or attack roll.
not good.
17.
It's not terrible.
That's pretty good.
And you meant it.
And you were
17's a
honest.
fail.
You know he's not
Honest,
lying.
Yeah.
Did you smile at him? Did you wink a little bit?
Apparently.
You said
rolling?
a couple of key phrases. One of
Uh-huh.
them was angering.
Say we're traitor again, see what happens.
And then another one probably gets you killed.
You got his
But
attention.
maybe not the rest of us.
And then you told the truth.
Ask for
Maybe
uppies.
just him first.
I don't want him to hit me. Please.
Good news is, he's gonna screw first. He hits audio.
In common, it would say, then kneel. We'll say that, like, again, you can kind of see it in the areas in which I have described that it has celestial sigils on it that are its tattoos. You would see specifically in the areas of its form, again, like looking around, especially in the spot where, like, Felix teleported, so there was a brief moment at which its form wasn't being obscured by anybody in your way. You would see that it says, "Ye will suffer no more. Before me all kneel to be judged. Righteousness, I am he who makes evil weep."
You're not evil.
And it says in common, then kneel.
You're not
Yeah,
evil.
you
I will kneel.
I will permit you to kneel because going prone does not cost any movement.
You're not evil.
Would you do anything else on your turn? I don't have any other legendary action points. That thing cost me all 3 of mine. Not to say that
There is anything I should do. Yeah.
you have to tell me what you want to do.
No.
Hey, start summoning that steed, man.
10 minutes, 10 minutes, 10 minutes.
It's only 100 rounds.
Horse.
DJ.
Hans.
I don't. What are you communicating to me? I can't. I've
No,
used
can't. He used his necrotic shroud already.
it.
He used it.
Take a level of
inside.
I feel like
Do it
that'd be the
again.
worst thing you can do.
Take a level of exhaustion. Do it again. Shit your pants.
I will.
Boop, boop.
Oh boy, I will bow my head, and that'll be the end of my turn.
Is that the multi right now?
Sarah, we would go to the Blink Dogs next. You see Nesgrim kneel and bow his head to this thing.
Did you say the stuff you said to it in Common or in Celestial?
I don't know that Nesgrim knows how to speak Celestial.
Okay, so you said it
Your
in
mother
a
said
language
it.
that all of us would have heard.
Yep.
And he responded in common.
He responded in Common, then kneel.
But the first thing he said in Celestial,
Yes.
right? Betrayer, we didn't hear that.
Correct.
Well, we heard.
Which probably doesn't sound good. Yeah.
Because he's a because he's a parakeet.
Pitch me a parakeet.
Again?
Parakeet pitcher.
Nesgrim.
Peregrine and I played
His focus is completely on Nesgrim
Yes.
at the moment. Can
I'm so glad I gave that to you.
can summoned creatures hold actions?
I don't care whether or not they can or can't. I'll say that they would be able to under your command.
Okay.
They would consume their reactions to be able to hold their stuff.
Okay. Then so they understand Sylvan.
Mm-hmm.
So in Sylvan,
We're just pitching out all the languages for this
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah, really.
I would issue a command to protect with the intention of if this thing makes hostile action towards one of my allies to
Okay. Also, DJ, at the end of your turn, the chains would have fallen off your legs. Anything else for the Blink Dogs, or they're good?
They are. Let me. Sorry, I'm jumping between a few pages here. No. So the action they would take would be to teleport to this thing if they're not close enough
Okay.
to attack it.
Okay.
Because they can attack.
When they
They-
teleport.
yeah.
Yes. Okay. Cool. Very good. Glenn? You would still have the chains because there has not been a resolution or a revolution that would have come around to you. So you would still be on the ziggurat stairs, roughly 20 feet down, still chained.
Okay.
So, like, because you're 20 feet down, you can't really see what's going on up there anymore. You can just hear it, and you can't move.
Having seen Felix manipulate objects
Mm-hmm.
with his hand, do I know that he needs to be able to see it in order to do it?
Felix with the teleport?
With his hand.
With the mystic hand specifically. I mean, hard to say whether or not you
And-
would have been able to interpret that, but like you're educated enough on the spell Mage Hand that like you do need to kind of direct the hand and be able to see what you're going to interact with because you're controlling the hand. It's not like you give it a command and it then follows it out.
Would you say that him switching places with me would put him in a place that he understands where I am now? now.
Felix, you mean?
If I were to hand off something to the hand, I would burn an action to send message to him to tell him to hold it.
Then that, yes. I was going to say, because you fell, he doesn't know whether or not you fell prone or whether or not you fell standing. If you cast message and inform him, I'm holding something here, I would say that even without being able to see it, he would be able to kind of like feel around in the dark effectively too.
Because he knows the general area of where I was.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, I had picked you up and moved you 10 feet to the left. You know where you were originally, even if it was in the dark.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, I will 100% burn my action, and I will cast message to Felix. Hold my sword.
Hold it all off.
Okay.
Anything else on your turn, Glenn?
Bonus action.
Bonus action.
Come again?
Sorry, bonus action. I'm going to cast Expeditious Retreat on myself.
Roll your burn out. Very good. Good Lawrence. Sorry, one thing real quick, because after Glenn done, can you roll me because Lair wins on tie for 20?
Chains are gone at the end of my turn, correct?
Chains are gone at the end of your turn.
Odd again.
Odd again. No chains then. Cool. Okay, very good. To Lawrence.
No. 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 Probably for the best.
Oh, did the dogs lose their chains too then?
Oh.
Yeah, the dogs would have lost their chains at the end of their turn.
I think I got it now.
I guess out loud to Nesgrim.
Are you sure about this?
Kinda.
An inspiring leader.
I guess I'm gonna try to make a mental connection with this thing.
Yeah, you can.
I don't know what your judgment holds, but he did not know this ancestor. I'm sure he means to atone, but be merciful.
I'm gonna stand here because I'm still chained to the floor.
Yep. Anything else before you end your turn?
No, I would posture myself like I'm not gonna fight it if my friend is offering to yield.
Okay.
And I guess I would use my action to allow it to speak back to me in my head if it wanted to. Because I don't know if it can do that with or without me allowing it.
Sure,
So-
yeah, fair. Yeah. It would respond, I am mercy. We would go to me. All my stuff would.
Reset. Yeah.
Well, it would release the illumination in its hand, and you would see almost like a bauble fall out from its palm, shatter, turn like dust in the air, and as it falls, particles lay on the ground here. And it would take a few steps in the direction of Nesgrim kneeling right in the doorway of the shrine. It would stand over you, and it would reach its hand down and grab you by the top of your hair and pull your head back and aloft to look up at it. It would look down into your eyes.
It sees that I'm a good man.
No.
It's got those good peepers.
He has
a good
a
peepee.
face.
I'm worried about
it
those good
He
people.
has.
It sees what's
It's got
happened.
the eyes.
He sees the. He has a beautiful, peaceful face.
And as it holds your head crooked back up at it, its other hand would ever so swiftly pull back, elbow bent. Your dogs would sense hostility. I will permit your dogs to teleport. Should you want that to occur?
The turntables.
It has the sword.
It has
It
nothing.
has nothing.
He reached back to his belt.
No,
Like
it
a
reached
water.
backwards like
In a
again-
hostile manner.
Yeah, like so if I'm standing, it pulls back like this as it's looming down over him. Nothing in its hand.
Where's the sword?
It doesn't. It's not there.
It-
He never
it's
had
ethereal.
one.
It's
Yeah.
ethereal.
Okay.
He
It
pulls it out
manifests
of-
when it manifests to whatever form he wants at his will. I'll just tell you.
Okay.
Could be something good.
I know that's.
That's why I'm asking you. Your dogs would like. That's why I'm saying. Like you instructed them to protect. This looks hostile. I don't know what you want here. That's
mean-
where the decision falls to you.
This is something that Nesgrim
Asked for.
asked for.
And did voluntarily.
And he and I just had a verbal exchange out loud where I asked if he was sure.
And he said,
he
Kind
said
of.
kind
He
of.
said kinda.
But he acknowledged the question and didn't say, I don't want this.
This is the same man about maybe 2 hours ago.
Said, "Kill me at a bond."
Was willing to sacrifice himself to cleanse another soul.
Sarah, what would Retora do? Your judgment is your own.
Why is this always my decision?
Because it's Nesgrim.
Yeah.
Because you're his queen.
She would not have them attack in this moment.
His elbow bends, and his hand thrusts forward down at an angle. You would feel suddenly, right as the edges of his fingers press up towards your lips, extending out a quick, painless feeling. And you all would see radiant light stretch out, split apart the open lips ever so slightly of Nesgrim's mouth. Light begins to radiate out through his eyes and through his ears as it thrusts through your head. You're prone.
Yep. So, is it an attack?
Mm-hmm.
Disadvantage.
So it'd be a flat roll.
I'd like to roll to add to his AC.
Okay.
It's 1.
Something.
It's not nothing.
26th.
Yeah, that'll hit. That hits.
Oh, jeez.
Whew. Where do I view how many hit dice I have? Oh, I know how to get to it. Never mind.
Under your wrists.
It's healing. Health restored.
Very generous.
I will use Indelible Spirit, too.
How many hit dice are you spending?
Do I decide that now or after I hear the damage?
I can tell you the damage first. It is 20 slashing and 27 radiant. Sorry, necrotic,
Necrotic.
because I am leaning.
Okay, so 20 slashing. Let me take that first. And then you said 27 necrotic,
necrotic.
which,
You're resistant.
yep. So that would be 13.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll do 4d10.
Oh.
Twelve, 13, 19. So I'll mitigate 19 of it. So the 13 plus 6. Okay.
Mm-hmm. Say that as it thrusts this ephemeral again to you all, it looks like nothingness because it's black. It's a new moon. There is no space here, but you feel this searing pain jut out through the back of your neck as it slashes through the mouth, through the back of your head. So like you guys, for anybody who's behind him, would see blood spray out from the back of Nesgrim's head. And I do still have my second attack.
Question before you roll that. Just about his damage mitigated.
Yes.
Does he choose what type is mitigated, or is it only the necrotic?
No, it's either.
So you would
It doesn't matter. It's one total damage value. It's not
Right.
like I'm having you lose any.
Sure. I was just saying because he had said 13 plus 6, but it was 19 that you mitigated, and it was 20 slashing. You took 13 because the necrotic was halved, so it would be 14, not 13 plus 6. Because you mitigated 19 of the 20 regular damage, and you took 13 necrotic.
The way I worked it in my head was I mitigated the 13 necrotic and 6 of the slashing.
Sure. Okay.
Yeah.
Got it.
Yes. He
Okay.
was fine with
Yep.
still
Okay.
doing.
Sure. Just wanted to make sure.
Yeah.
And question,
Yeah.
would I be able to expend or burn anything in order to use a reaction to cast a spell?
It's about the same.
It says on a creature within range, not within sight.
Is there any scenario where it's not?
What is the spell?
Shield of Faith plus 2 to AC.
As a bonus action, I would say no.
Okay.
Anyone else anything before we roll? We did our stuff. You still have the +1 to your AC from Yellow Light. I need you to make the con save before I roll this one.
Sure.
You roll a 1.
Not a 1. Oh, that's actually, it's a 13.
Oh, yikes.
Is that including the bonus from your...
Yeah.
That's dangerous.
You would feel as this shreds through the back of your head. The searing pain initially that comes through from the piercing sensation. And then the skin in your mouth at the back of your throat. The tingling hairs at the back of your neck right at your cervical spine stand ever so slightly. And your mouth feels as though it goes eerily dry. Not drained of life, but like it's smoldering from within. And you guys who are in the presence of him would see nothingness from the blade itself, as it's a void that penetrates his mouth. And you would see these small wisps of smoke coming out from the edges of his lips. We didn't crit him, but we're definitely hitting again because it's a 15 on the die.
If it's anything more than +3, yeah, it hits.
We rolled really low. It's 14 slashing and 16 necrotic.
So that's
8 necrotic total.
22. I didn't hear no bell.
Make a con save.
Oh boy. Oh, that's a 17.
Oh, it's got to be an 18.
Yeah.
When
Would you
hit-
permit me to cast message? I will eat whatever it will burn.
To whom?
To Nesgrim.
Yeah. That I think is fine.
I will eat whatever you got.
Yeah.
In the back of your head, as this happens, you hear my voice go, "You are such a good man."
I will tell you that inside your mouth, it feels like it smolders and it ripples up. It feels like it envelops your throat and it sinks down into your chest like you're breathing ash. Nesgrim before you smolders out from inside of his mouth. It envelops his skin like you were watching paper burn. You drop to 0 hit points. And it is an effect that kills you.
Oh my god,
As it smolders around your face, as you disappear, your flesh, your bone, your marrow, it mutters to you in common. You have been judged.
I would like to
We'll
finish
end
my
there.
statement.
Yep.
I would like to finish my statement.
Mm-hmm.
After you have been judged, you would hear my voice again shaking. You were the best man I've ever met.
We're going down there.
Friends, thank you very much for watching. We'll see you next time.
Yeah.